So welcome in Sologne at the Salbris kart racetrack. Huge thanks to Marc Berthaud and all his team for receiving us for this 8th round of the French Drift Championship. It's a kind of special one that doesn't count for the championship, it's an exhibition round. So we had a lot of subjects on this episode. We're gonna have a little talk with some drivers to know them better. We'll also have a little ride in the Unroyal Mustang to make you discover the track. Then a focus on medias, photographs that follow us all year long. We'll also have a review with our partner Unroyal, Christophe Billet. We'll also talk about a technical subject, the battles. Then will come the Drift Award ceremonies, which happened Saturday night. But first, what happened during the last round, last month at Les Denons? A wonderful final at Les Denons. 51 drivers registered for this last race. A beautiful track setup with great proximity for the public. Relentless battles door to door through the clipping points, and a little mistake from Nicolas Delorme just before the finish lines give the victory to Benjamin Bulbes. So yeah, today again on the podium, the 5th in 7 race. We had a great year, ending up on the 2nd place of the podium, the first federal championship. So I guess now we can say we are real pilots. It's always a team victory, that's why I wanted my team around me, because without them I wouldn't be here today. But it's true, we made a part of history being the first French drift champion of the Federal Drift Championship, so yeah, it's really great for us. Drivers are having fun today here, and so it's my turn to have you for a little spin in the Unroyal Mustang and make you discover the track. So let's go. Initiation in 3rd gear just after the tires. The clipping zone are directly painted on the track as it was just for fun this weekend. The transition just before the hairpin, then onto the left corner, which leads to the right one. And usually the track stops here, but as it's just for fun, it don't. So fast transition left to a long right that leads to a pretty fast part where you need to look far for the last left corner and the finish line at the Unroyal flag. Battles, a unique exercise only available in drifting. A high-risk duel between two cars. On the start line, nothing new. Two drivers battle each other, except you don't need to finish first. The goal is to mirror the leader's run, to follow his path, and on the second run, positions are inverted. The judges give points on a total of 10. It's a kind of dance, yeah. We try to be a couple and we try to follow the leader. And in this epic dance, the main difficulty is to be a follower, as you need to adapt to the other's drive. We have pretty fast opponents, some put a lot of angle, some less. There are many different ways to start a slide, so you really need to adapt yourself to the other. I'm used to drift fast, and because of my car being light and powerful, I really need to carry speed to have a good slide. If I'm again another driver that needs lower speed to drift, it becomes a bit complicated for me. Complicated because to get as many points as you can, you need to be as close as possible to the opponent. without touching, what will lead to disqualification. Getting closer to a car at 90 km an hour requires a lot of technique. We tend to fix a spot on the opponent's car, be it the door, the window. From time to time, when I'm really close to the other, I look at his hands by the window, and it helps to feel what he's gonna do next. We'll try to start his transition or such. The art of battling isn't just behind the steering. You need to take a look from the side of the track also. It's important to see what others do. That's where we learn the most, I think. I always get some time to see others going after my practices. It helps me gathering information on their driving, their line, even if we need to follow the same, and it even helps to learn their transition, their angle. I try to have an overall point of view. Battles require to be concentrated, to be fast and react as such, but also a bit of madness. Yeah, you also need to be a little bit crazy. Yeah, you get closer and the situation starts to be a bit complicated, but it goes through. It's 200% adrenaline. And you need to manage this adrenaline to avoid mistakes like spin-outs or going off track. Watch out! And it's totally forbidden to pass the leader. To respect all these rules, here's one secret. It's to drive. You need to train yourself against stronger drivers or even beginners, but you need to drive, and drive again as much as possible with as many people as possible. Notes taken for the 2015 season. Each round of the French Drift Championship, 15 to 30 photographs are accredited, be it on TV or radio, local or nationwide. Around 15 media covered the 2014 season, a way superior number since last season, a sign that drifting is getting more and more visibility, but also a big advantage for the championship. Yeah, it's great to have more and more media on each round to promote the championship, and it helps us to communicate locally and nationwide for cheap money, because it's mostly media that contact us, and that's awesome to help launching the championship without having to spend too much money on communication.
Les zones médias, vous pouvez vous mettre pas en extérieur virage, logique. Toute la partie intérieure, la butte, caché un petit peu derrière les pneus à l'intérieur, là ça permet d'avoir une bonne vision sur le S.
Unlike other forms of racing, in drifting, photographs have a lot of freedom and mostly they can get closer to the cars. Here we are very close, that's what's great, we have the smell, the sound, and it's awesome. Yeah, awesome for the pictures quality, but it also boosts the photograph's adrenaline. The scariest moment was at SA when a car stopped that close to me. So you see it coming and then, phew, it's okay. But yeah, it's the only fright I got. 95% of photographs that follow drifting are amateurs. You can spot the pro by the size of their lens. Work for some or hobby for others, drifting is a passion for everyone. Main interest is our passion for drifting, but along the years created friendship with the drivers, and we want to give them the best picture possible for their press documents, for example. For the photographs, drifting is an ideal case, much less boring than a traditional race. Drift is much more fun. There's the smoke we don't have in GT or bike. When it has, it's generally bad news. What I like is to push the limits of my camera, having an effect of speed with a neat car. That's what's great with drifting. There's smoke, contact, it's alive. You don't do just cycles. There's bonnet tires, sensation, there's life on picture, which is very, very looked after. The main difficulty with photograph is neatness, so that's why they do prefer some car. Between them and the drivers, taste and color aren't really the same. Black is a difficult color to photograph, but orange, yellow and green are great ones. Even if the drivers don't discuss which color is the best with photographs, the guys enjoy the family and open-minded spirit in drifting. The picture will end up in Facebook and other medias or for the championship promotion, except this one, which will remain as a souvenir. We have the luck in our championship to have several partners and mainly one, Unroyal, the rental, who follow us since the beginning, so I'm with Christophe Billet. Hello Christophe. I'm pleased to have you here today. Some can doubt that as a tire manufacturer of the interest to follow the championship, where drivers kill tires. Can you explain this to us? Yeah, it wasn't an easy task to explain to our superiors why we wanted to follow drifting, and the luck we had is they let us do whatever we wanted, and we completely saw the point to associate the technical aspect of our tires with the technical aspect of this sport. We wanted to join a fun sport, and the French Drift Championship was a real treat for us. So I have here used tires, so it's completely slick. How you guys perceive this? Is it a hard break for you?
Ça vous fait mal au cœur, ça vous gêne de voir des pneus comme ça, ou au contraire, vous pouvez expliquer à quoi ça sert le pneumatique?
Well, when we see a tire in such state, and you tell us it did 3 runs, yeah, it does hurt us a bit, but we think the drivers got a good use of it, seeing how it's perfectly used, and he used it to its full potential. A few years ago, we were using worn tires found in trashes, putting 5 bars in it to help it slide. Now it's a different game. The tire is synonymous of performance. It's like a jogger. He needs good shoes to deliver good performance. Can the drifters use any sort of tire, or do they look for the max performance? Well, when I talk with the drivers, they tell me that with new tires they can get load of angle, and it helps them to carry as much speed as possible around the corner. And as speed and angle count for the judging, it's really important. Even for the battles, it helps them to get closer to the opponent with a maximum of grip, so with used tires they could not do that so easily. Here they have full control of the slide with the good tires. So you went to all the races this year. Which was the best one for you? For me, it will be Croix-en-Ternois.
Alors,
Why?
pourquoi?
I don't know, really. The public was awesome, as were the drivers.
Pour
To
finir,
finish,
Christophe,
you were diligent,
assidu,
but
certes,
let's see if
mais
you were
alors, si t'as été
studious
studieux,
with a little
on va
quiz.
faire un quiz.
So,
Es-tu
are you
capable
able to
de
tell
me
me
dire
what
ce
is
qu'est,
the clutch kick?
Le clutch.
Yeah, easy. I use it daily,
Oh oui, à perfection.
and it's to help the car sliding. You push and release the clutch hard to break the grip.
Ok, alors est-ce que
So,
c'est juste
is
avant
it just
l'understeer?
before the understeer? I do it just after. So,
Alors quel understeer, s'il te
what
plaît?
is understeer?
Un
Joker.
Joker. On l'a eu.
We got
on l'a
him
eu
on
au bout
this
de
second
deux.
question.
Alors attends, il y a
Here's
quand
a
même
make-up one.
rattrapage. Quelques
Give me
expressions
some
de drifters.
drifters expression,
T'en as
you
entendu
heard
tout
them
récemment
all
dans les
year.
paddocks.
The spin out,
Ok.
which I try not to do each time I drive the
Quoi d'autre comme
Mustang.
expression encore?
What
Expression
else?
mythique chez les drifters.
The gomard,
Le gomard.
yeah,
Le
the
fameux gomard, le pneumatique.
French
Quoi d'autre,
slang
dans
word
la
for
besace?
tires.
Bah,
What
qu'est-ce
else?
qu'ils disent au départ des
What
battles?
do they say before the battles?
Je vais
I'm
te
gonna
fumer.
smoke
Je vais
you.
te fumer, Christophe. Voilà. Merci,
Thank
et
you,
puis à l'année
and
prochaine pour de
see
nouvelles
you
aventures.
next year.
Merci,
Thanks, Christophe.
Merci.
À bientôt.
À bientôt.
Ciao.
Ciao.
If you could be another driver, who would it be?
Laurent Cousin. Laurent Cousin.
Ok, il a du succès aujourd'hui.
Raphaël Zanato. Toi.
Ok, merci.
Émeric. Monsieur Leroux.
If you were a sport athlete, who would you be?
Ce serait quelle star?
Michael Jordan. Mohamed Ali.
Michael Jordan.
Cristiano Ronaldo? Little wing to my origins. Which ones? Portugal.
Usain Bolt, je pense.
Jérémy Magraff, motocross.
Notre ami Schumacher. Sébastien Loeb.
If you could participate to a big event, what would it be?
Le champion.
The French Drift Championship,
Le NASCAR.
the NASCAR at Indianapolis,
Avec 200 000 spectateurs, quelque chose comme ça.
La Formule AD, bien sûr.
Le rallye.
Get Bill.
Ok.
Gadbill.
Alors,
So we need to explain what is Gate Bill.
truc de fou.
A crazy event in Norway where there are a lot of powerful cars.
ok, donc
This is drifting once again.
Les Drift All Star.
24 hours of Le Mans, this 10 times as a spectator, and if I could participate, I wouldn't say no. MotoGP love them, so them would be really happy to participate. Before starting in your car, do you have a habit? Clean my glasses? Even before being in it, I already have some. One day, unfortunately, my hood wasn't well closed.
C'est-à-dire qu'en fait, elle a été.
I almost took it in the windshield, so since then I always check twice.
Tendance à faire le tour de ma voiture, à vérifier mes 4 goupilles de capot, mes 4 goupilles de malle.
Set my steering level 30 times a weekend. I close my harness. I just think to the race.
Bien et que ma mécanique
I also have a way to place my suit, switch my power steering on. My gloves?
Tu vois bien l'étendre ici, au niveau du creux des mains.
Essaye de
Fight
pas
the
trop le
stress.
et puis voilà quoi, souffler.
Tighten my helmet 15 times and also the glasses. It's all about the stress. What has been your biggest scary moment in drifting? Well, I hit a wall in UK at 120 kilometers. No injuries, but when you see the wall coming, there's always this little moment of doubt. Didn't really had one yet.
Ça passe pas, c'est le jeu.
We had battles at 3 cars. I was in the middle and Ralph spun.
Rafi s'est planté devant, j'ai
I tried to escape, but the one behind hit me.
C'était à Poznan, en fait, quand j'ai explosé.
At Poznan, I exploded my engine, and it's the first time it happened, so didn't knew what was happening.
C'est une sensation vraiment bizarre, enfin, c'est affreux quoi.
It was a weird sensation, to say the least, and real stress, and really not fun.
C'était un moment, je vais dire, qui n'était pas terrible, ouais, que j'ai pas forcément apprécié.
This year I hit a wall, bending all the rear of the car. It was really scary, and I ended up with a broken rib. If you were the French Drift Championship promoter for a day, what would you change? Nothing. Everything is okay. Okay, we have a bootlicker here. We'd get you some hairs, but I change. Wow, a lot of things. I'd tell everyone to go exhaust free for a day at 130, 140 decibels. Nothing. Oh, second bootlicker here. Maybe a bit more track time. Well, outside of the staff. Drift trains. It will be next year. So Saturday night was the occasion to have a party. Staff and drifters were there for the Drift Awards ceremony. Everybody couldn't wait for the 2050 calendar. Check our website where you'll find it. On the third step, Laurent Cousin. Second, Nicolas Delorme, who wasn't there and represented by a team member. And first place, Benjamin Bouldes, the winner of this first federal championship. 2015, I tried to develop my career and continue driving in France and go to European rounds to show that Frenchies know how to drift. The objective, 5th last year, 3rd this year. I'll try to get some more places, like 2 of them. Yeah, it's hard to be on the first place, and it's even harder to stay there. And with what Jerome said about a live TV event, it could really be a big step for our sport. Well, here we are. The 2014 season is over. 8th round is finished. It's gonna be a long winter break. We had a lot of fun even if there was no podium this weekend. The show was awesome and we drove without any pressure. Rendezvous in 2015 for sure, with surprises and a lot of news. You can already find them on our website. All the infos for next year are on it, like the calendar. Until then, see you soon and hurry up 2015. Bye!